Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Sanju Ganjir and today we will discuss about coupling and what actually coupling means and what actually coupling do and how many types of coupling is there and where they used, which type of material is required for design a coupling, what parameters selected for a certain kind of coupling. So let's start with the diagram. So here before starting coupling with a discussion with the diagram, we just introduce to you about a coupling. So coupling is a machine element. Remember, it is a machine element. It is a machine element which connects two shafts, which connects two shafts, and the shaft is either coaxial, so it may be coaxial, and if the shafts are not coaxial, that means the axis of both the shafts are different and they are not aligned. So for this type of joint connecting of requirement of connection of two shafts, we use a flexible coupling. So either coaxial or not. Okay. From ends for the application or the purpose of power transmission. So this is a clear definition of coupling. Coupling in the sense to couple something. Okay, to couple something we need. If we need to join, like if talk about a shaft, so we earlier discussed about this. So shaft, if we need to join two shaft, to couple two shafts like this is a one shaft. Okay, and this is the axis for the shaft, and now we again have a shaft, and this is aligned if either coaxial. So this is the meaning of this. So this is coaxial. So suppose the line of center line of both shafts are same, then we have a certain kind of coupling like this we use. Okay, and it have a hub or boss. Okay, so this is a coupling, and this shafts fitted inside the hub of the coupling with a key, and the key is of any type, like saddle key, shunt key, okay, etc. etc. So we discussed about in the previous video, so you learn or know about the key from there. I provide the link for a key in description. So saddle key, shunt key, etc. So this is your shaft number 1, this is your shaft number 2, and if we need to join this with the same line, so we have a certain kind of coupling. So this is a coupling which have a diameter, internal diameter, and the diameter is exactly same as the shaft. So here we have also, for this side we have also a hub for this coupling, for joining, for insert this shaft, and it have also a key. Okay, so this is a keyway, and the element which inserted in the keyway is called a key, which is lock both the shafts with their hubs. Okay, so this is this and this one is inserted, and this have a joint like this inside of the coupling because of friction, okay, and it have also key. So this key and this key is connect lock between this hub, okay, and because of the friction this both the shafts are connect with each other, and when the power transmission start from this shaft, then if they rotate it clockwise, the same rotation of the shaft may be continue, okay. So this is the main application of the coupling, okay. So these are I already say this is one is coaxial, and if this is not coaxial, that means if we need to connect two shafts which are not aligned like this, if like this, these are the two shafts which are not aligned, and if we need to join this, then we have a certain kind of coupling, okay, certain kind of coupling, and this is known as flexible coupling. This is known as flexible coupling, and the previous coupling known is rigid coupling, okay. The previous one is called as rigid coupling. So the flexible coupling have both lateral and angular misalignment, okay. So there is no confusion between the rigid coupling and flexible coupling. The rigid coupling joins only those shafts which are aligned, okay. So rigid coupling is used for those shafts which are aligned, okay. And flexible coupling joins two shafts which have lateral and angular misalignment, okay. So with a single diagram I completely tell you the detail about a coupling. So here is the diagram. What is the requirement? So requirement is the two shafts, okay. So let's start. So this is a single one, and I already tell you it have a certain keyway, and the keyway is the recess or the space where the key inserts, okay, like this, okay. And I tell you about the coupling. Has a certain kind of hub both sides. So let's start. Like one, and this one is your coupling, okay. So now it have another hub this side and a shaft also of this diameter same as the internal diameter of flange or the diameter of the hub, okay. It have also a keyway, okay. So this is your coupling, and I think this is your it seems like a flexible coupling because the center line of both the shafts are not aligned. That is some kind of lateral alignment. It faces some kind of lateral alignment, okay. So this type of this kind of misalignments are also joined by using a coupling, okay. So I think this must be it can be say as a flexible coupling, okay. So this is enough for tell about the coupling. So here right now we introduce the parameters. So this is your shaft 1, or you can say the driving shaft, and this one is your shaft number 2, and you can say a driven shaft, and it have a keyway. Okay, so this is your keyway, and the key which fits or insert in the keyway is look like this. Like this. Okay, so this is the length of key, and this one is the width, and this one is the thickness. Okay, so here this is your coupling. Okay, now we can move to the next. And do you know the maximum size of the shaft which are available in the market? Maximum size of the shaft which can available in the market is 5 meter, 6 meter or 7 meter. Okay, but we can I can define it with a different way. If we have a shaft, we have a requirement of the power transmission with this length of the shaft. Okay, so this is enough for the moderate application, or normally workshops, or normally power plants. But if we need to transfer more power, transfer the maximum power with more length, if we need to transfer the power from one shaft to the other shaft, and the distance between the transmission is more than 7 meter, that means we have to supply the power for the maximum of 7 meter, then we need to more length of shaft, the next level of shaft, say 10 meter, 15 meter, 17 meter. But in the market we have only 5 meter, 6 meter and 7 meter shaft are available. So here we introduce a coupling. Okay, right now. So for joining more length, more power transmission, and which are more about the 7 meter, maximum of 7 meter, then we need to couple the two shafts. Okay, and taking as a single unit. So this function is totally done by a coupling. Okay, so this is the information about the coupling. Couplings are permanent or semi-permanents. Okay, semi-permanent. So this is available in the two kind of joints, that is permanent and semi-permanent. So what is the meaning of this? You already know. So now, what is the application? Where is the shafts are used? So next one is the application and the uses of shaft. Application or uses of the coupling. Okay, so what is the couplings, or where they use? So here, to transmit power from driving shaft to driven shaft. Okay, to transmit the power from driving to driven shaft, Okay, so that is number one. And next is to connect or couple two components. To connects or couple two components which are manufactured separately, separately. Okay, so it connects two components which are manufactured separately just like we can say output shaft of motor, output shaft of motor or generator, motor and generator. So you can see the arrangement of motor and generator. So from there we can use the coupling. So from the exact diagram I provide it in the video. So let's next one is it provides extra flexibility, while transmitting the power, in case of or the place where the space restriction is a parameter. Okay, in case of space restriction, so the area where the space is little, that is not a kind of space available for the arrangement. Okay, so where extra flexibility it provides, and where it is used and for this application we use a flexible coupling. Okay, so space restriction area. And the next one is to introduce protection. It can also helps to protect against overloads and vibrations. So to introduce protection against overloads and shock vibration during the torque or power transmission. Okay, and the next one is it reduces the transmission of of shock loads from one shaft to other by use flexible coupling. Okay, so there in this area or for this kind of purpose we use the couplings. Okay, now what is the requirement of a good shaft coupling? Requirement of good shaft coupling. Okay, so we discuss it with the point wise. So first, number one is it should be easily connect or disconnect. It should be easily connect or disconnect. Okay, so because of a certain kind of application, if we need to remove the shaft of, or we can find any damages on the shaft, then we just need to remove it and replace the new one, or either repair this. So it is easy for a workman to connect or disconnect. Okay, so the next one is it should transmit the maximum or full power. It should transmit the maximum, you can say full power from one shaft to another, without any losses. Okay, so there is no loss occurring. There is no loss occurring in the power transmission because of coupling. So it should transmit the maximum or full power to another without loss. Okay, yeah, without losses any power. Okay, so next one is it resist or reduce the shock load. It reduce or resist the shock loads while transmitting the power. Okay, and next one is it should be kept the shaft. It should be kept the shaft into perfect alignment. So this is much needed requirement, because in certain application, if the loose of the disconnection of the shaft occurring during any application, so there is chances of failure occur, and there is a kind of losses in the power, and this cannot fulfill the requirement of power or the transmission of power from one shaft to another. So it is dangerous for us. So it is must a required parameter of a coupling that should be kept the shaft into perfect alignment. Okay, and the next one is it should have no projection parts. So final one is it should have no projection parts, because if the projection parts are available, then it can be dangerous for the workman, and it gives or it causes any failure of the coupling or the shaft. So it have no projection parts. Okay, so this is the requirement of good shaft coupling. Now we can talk about the types of coupling. Okay, the next one is the types of coupling. So I already tell about the two types of coupling. Okay, and that is a rigid coupling and the other is flexible coupling. Okay, so rigid coupling is used for connect two shafts which are perfectly aligned. So the shaft which are perfectly aligned is connected by a rigid coupling, which are perfectly aligned. Okay, and if significant radial or axial, misalignment occur, then the presence of high stresses, it may be cause of easy failure. So if the significant radial or axial misalignment occur in the shaft, then it cause availability of high stresses, and which cause the easy failure of coupling or shafts. Okay, now we can talk about the flexible coupling. So it is used for two shafts which have both lateral and angular misalignment. Okay, now we can further move to the types of these particular two couplings. Okay, so now firstly we talk about the types of rigid coupling, and it is of mainly three types. And what is the name of this coupling? So number one is sleeve or muff coupling. Sleeve or muff coupling. And the second one is clamp और इसी को and we have a other name, and it is split muff, and also we can say a compression coupling. Okay. And the third one is flange coupling. And this flange coupling is available in the three types. Okay, and that is unprotected type, and second one is protected type, and the third one is marine type. Okay, so there are three types of flange coupling. Okay, and it is mostly widely used, so it is most important, and I will provide a detail of flange coupling very shortly. So there are three types of rigid coupling. One is sleeve, clamp or flange coupling. Okay, and what is the types of flexible coupling? So there are certain kinds of flexible couplings. So that is bushed pin type. Remember, the name is bushed pin type flexible coupling. Next one is universal coupling. So you here you can know, I think you can know about this type of coupling, universal coupling, which connects two shafts which have angular misalignment. Okay, so this one and this one is very important. And the third one is Oldham coupling. So all this coupling are discussed here,